Well, good day, tubes. Bruce here. Well, it turns out that on my truck that you see in every video, and there it is right there, I have the famous GM Driveline Clunk. And I've talked to some GM mechanics, and I've talked to some GM mechanics that don't work at GM anymore, and they have all told me to get some high temperature synthetic grease and to lubricate the spline on the input to the drive shaft on the output of the transfer case. It's a four-wheel drive. And they just told me to take this synthetic grease and put it on the inside of the spline using a rubber glove to not contaminate the spline. So thanks for watching, and let's see if we can fix this clunk. It's been driving me crazy. I don't want to have a clunker. Thanks, tubes. Bye. Alright guys, here's the differential right here. This is the drive shaft, and there's 2 bolts on this side that hold the U-joint and 2 bolts on the other side. So I'm going to start working on taking off the U-joint. Oh, no problem. Oh, one thing I forgot to do before I finish up, I want to mark with a felt pen the orientation of the drive shaft to the U-joint. It's good. It's coming off easy. I thought it was going to be a lot tougher than that. Almost turning my hand now. And I'm just going to put a scratch mark. Oh, we got paint marks already on this side to mark up the orientation. It's funny how stuff is always just a little tighter than finger tight. Okay, so hopefully that's going to be the hard part. I'm going to put the tray underneath the transmission. The drive shaft will move that way, and then we'll pull it out. Okay, tubes, it just took a little bit of gentle persuasion with my bar here, and I'm just going to give it another nudge, and you'll see it come apart. And I'm supporting the shaft with my hip, I hope. Shit, I took the... That's okay. The cup came out. I'm going to have to be very careful with this. Okay, you see right here? I'm going to put this back together and then we'll tape it. Good. So now I'm going to pull the shaft out from down there. I'm just going to pull it out. I hope you can see. There we go. You can hear the oil draining into the pan. Alright guys, hopefully you can see this. This is the U-joint, and it's good. This cup did come off, but it didn't muck up. It didn't muck up the needle bearings inside the cup. So I'm just going to stick that back on there. And tape it up. And I'm going to put the tape across like this. Oh, no, start here. That's so the cups don't come off and we don't get dirt in the cups. Alright, now let's take you to the other end. This is the spline end that goes into the transmission. And this is the part that needs to be greased with that special grease. So first I'm going to clean it out, and then I'm going to put some grease on the inside of this spline and just put the drive shaft back in. And I'll make sure that everything's clean.
So this is what's been sticking. They say it doesn't stick under load. It moves in and out under load, but when there's no load or just a tiny bit of load, it just sticks and then goes clunk back and forth. And the adding of this grease is supposed to rectify that. Okay, here we go, guys. So we are clean now. The splines are clean, and I really don't know how to get the grease way into the back like that. So I'm just going to put it on a screwdriver and lay it in. I don't know how much to use. I'm kind of doing it in a circular pattern, top, sides, and then bottom. And then work my way out. I have no idea, probably putting too much in, but when you don't know, you don't know. I think that's lots. I think that's going to be too much, actually. I'm just going to push this in. I wiped off the end of this broomstick. Now I think that's a lot, or probably too much. But how do you know until you do it? I'm going to use the broomstick once more. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'll bring you back when we're under the truck. See you, tubes. Okay, guys, we're looking sideways into the truck. We hardly lost any transmission fluid there. Maybe, gosh, not even 5 tablespoons, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to be just great. So having the truck on an angle with the jack stands enabled the fluid to stay in the transmission. Okay, so now I got a mark on my drive shaft. I've got a mark here. I scratched a mark on the side of my transfer case. I scribed it. I'm just going to try and line them up as best I can. There, that's it. Whew. Okay, tubes, I'm going to bring you back to the other side. Okay, tubes, I just put these 2 bolts back on either side with the clips onto the U-joint. I missed filming it. I reached over to turn the camera on and I thought I had it on, but I didn't. So now that the shaft is on with these 2 bolts on both sides. Sorry about that. It's a 7/16. I think you saw me take it off. There you go. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, now we're going to take the truck off the jack stands. Okay, I'll slowly let her down. Oops, a little faster than slow. Now we're going to take her for a test drive.